Oh man. What do I want to talk about? What's in my heart right now? I don't really know, bro. I'm just cruising. I'm just driving around. I still got about 40 minutes, I'll say, until I have to go pick up Kiana. She's my monitor I work with. As y'all can see, I work in a van, school department, picking up disability kids, wheelchairs, stuff like that. But I really just want to say we need to take a lot more time to encourage one another instead of being so negative and fighting all the time. Instead of being so negative and fighting all the time, we really need to start encouraging one another. Especially when it comes over money, it just baffles me how much fighting and war and division and hurtfulness and manipulation and betrayal there is over money. Can we really understand what is the purpose of wanting to lose a friendship to connect to another human, another soul, over a piece of paper that is worth absolutely nothing? I really don't understand it. And okay. I do understand that money is a necessity when it comes to paying your bills and owning a home and currency in general and the way that the world works. And that is mostly because we've allowed ourselves to put so much trust into a currency instead of living the way that we were intended to live by God. Everybody knows you can't have two gods. You can't worship more than one thing at a time. So you can't worship God and then worship money. You can't worship money and then worship God. It doesn't work. What your heart desires, it's just always gonna control and persuade your actions to move upon. So if your heart is desiring money, everything that you do, all your intentions, your mindset, all your actions is gonna follow routes to accumulate money. And sometimes you can backstab somebody. You can go as far as stealing, and maybe you give yourself an excuse is that you're hungry and you're starving and you're living in the streets. Jesus lived in the streets his whole life when he was doing his missionary. The discipleships that followed Jesus, they didn't have money. There was times where they wouldn't even accept money from other people, and other people would offer them gold or food. And what did Jesus tell them? Trust in your Lord. And I'm not saying that we have to live in that very specific scenario now, because obviously, look, I'm working, I try to maintain myself. But to go to the extent of you're gonna throw your soul away to accumulate something that is gonna disappear when you die is not worth it to me. It's not worth it. You know how much family members have separated because someone in their family wanted to become rich and the most powerful being in the world, and all these crazy things, and want to live the most spectacular life, really to only understand is that it's gonna doom them in the long run. They're gonna get sick, whether they have $1 million. There's gonna be one day where you get sick and you need to go to a hospital and you can't drive yourself, and you don't even have anybody to call, to talk to, so they can just sit there and ask you and comfort you over a piece of paper. Like, come on. You can grab your $100 right now. You can go to your bank account, grab $100, right? Withdraw that $100 from your bank account. Go get a lighter. If you already have one, go back to your room, get a lighter, go to your purse or your wallet or your pockets, because I know 90% of y'all at least smoke or in drug addicts. So grab your little miniature lighter if you have one, and if not, go to a gas station, corner store, get yourself a lighter and burn that $100. Burn it. Why am I saying this? Because I know none of y'all are gonna do it. First of all, would I do it? Probably not. I need $100 to survive. But the concept that I'm trying to show is that even just the thought of burning away $100 will pierce some of your hearts. Some of y'all are probably even listening to this and like, yo, I'm not even gonna listen to this no more. Like, he's talking crazy. Oh, why is he being like that? Like, why does he think he's so mighty that he doesn't need money? Oh, he's stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and that's okay. Y'all could have probably clicked off of this video like so long ago. I'm not saying nothing. You want to leave? You don't want to listen to what I'm talking about? That's on y'all. I just really want to understand over $100, over $20, over $15, over 90 cents, over a quarter, that you can really look your brother or your sister in the eye and deceive them, hurt them, manipulate them, steal from them, kill them. For some change, bro? Over some change, really. Argue for a lifetime. Never trust that brother or sister again. For the rest of your life, never talk to them again. Never have a meal with them. Never sit down with them. Never to wonder how they are. How is their kids doing? Do you even have kids now? How is your health? Would you like to go watch a movie together? Pray for them. Like it's such a beautiful thing to connect with other people in this world, to not live alone, to have people that you can call on, to count on. And maybe I'm not saying that you have to talk every single day. Not saying you have to talk to them every single day. I'm not saying that y'all have to be the bestest of friends. But to know that if there was a moment where you come across them in real life, that you would have so much grudge and so much hate and belittle another person because of money, how much money they have. Oh, look at how this person dressed. Oh, they must not have no money. Well, I got $1 million. Look at you, you broke. Bro, what? Some of the most beautiful, pure-hearted spirits that I've ever met had no money. I promise you, some of the most wonderful conversations I've ever had with somebody came from people that had no money, but their soul and their spirit was enriched. Where they will listen to you. Some of these people that I came across, they will actually sit there and listen to you for hours. They could ask you one thing. They could mention one thing to you, just only one. And what is that thing that they will mention? Can you talk to me about yourself? Come on, let's sit down and just open up to me. I would love to listen to you and your story. What's going on? What's in your mind? And they will literally stare at you with their eyes 100% lasered on you. And they'll make you feel the most warmth, opening person, the most smartest, intelligent person in the world. And then every once in a while, they might butt in to ask you what you might mean about a specific thing of what you're talking about, or they might sit and give it an advice, or they might put in their own opinion or 2 cents, that's okay. Even if they say something that doesn't necessarily agree with your point of view, and they might say something that goes against your point of view, that is okay. What is the point of getting upset with somebody because they see something just a little bit different than you? That means I can't talk to you now because you don't think like me. That means every person that I talk to, you have to be my goody buddy. You can't have your own mind. Sometimes having conversations with people will help your situation so much more, and you don't even realize, from having a new idea, from having a new thought process, from even just letting emotions go and clearing your head, that could have so much more impact into your life situations than having extra $200, like, for real. Y'all be bugging over this money, bro. I was over here talking to my uncle earlier. I was helping him. He was doing some groceries. This man really sat here and said that he would rather go to hell. He would rather go to hell as long as he can become rich. And I was sitting there thinking like, yo, I understand you and how, in the society that we live, people are equipped in slavery. Like, everybody's under slavery. There's 9 to 5 and no freedom, and the only time when you get out of work, all you want to do is rest, and you don't even know how to live your own life, and The only thing you can think about is waking up tomorrow to go back to your 9 to 5. And I can understand the idea and the concept. Which is why I said we shouldn't glorify money. We shouldn't put money as our God. Yes, he's right. You know, becoming enslaved with a 9 to 5 job, letting that consume all of your mind. Yes, I understand this. But to want to go to hell just so you don't work a 9 to 5 and you can become a rich millionaire and have all the jet skis and yachts and this and that, to then one day die and live in hell for eternity, for the rest of your life, is really worth it to live? Well, my man's is 40 something years old, maybe about to turn 50 in a few years, couple years, about to turn 50. And let's all be real, the average lifespan is what? 60 to 80 years. So you're telling me you're going to enjoy that for the next 30 years of your life? Maybe even if you hit 100. But what are you going to do when you're 100 years old? You're probably going to be stuck in your house anyways, can't even move. So for 30 years to be rich, to not even enjoy it the way that you think you are, because even when you have the yacht, even when you have the Lamborghini, even when you have the 20,000 story mansion, fucking castle, sorry for cussing, castle, you can buy all the food, have all the clothes, have all the drinks, have all the drugs, have all the women's or men's, whatever it is that y'all into, y'all weird LGBTQ thing. Like, to be doing all this extra stuff and still die. And now you gotta perish in hell for the rest of your life. Are you kidding me, bro? For over 20 years? I don't know. It don't make sense to me. I look at this world that we live in, and I'm even just staring outside. I'm looking at the clouds. I'm looking at the trees. I'm looking at the leaves and the branches. I'm looking at these birds that are flying right now. I'm looking at the sun that is beaming. Not fully, because, you know, I have this blocking me. And I don't want to be squinting so hard. I'm just looking around. I'm just looking at nature. God creation. What God created. I'm looking around at it. And as beautiful as it is, one day this world is gonna disappear too. You know what else God created besides earth and animals and land and water and sky and day and night? You know what else he created? Me and you. Yes, he did. He created me. He created you. He created us in the likeness of his image, so that we may love one another. That we can love one another. We can care for one another. You know what that means, to care for somebody? To put them first over yourself. To sacrifice our time for somebody else. to hold a bond with somebody else, to tend for somebody else's need. You think all the relationships I got in my life, I got them because they have money? You gotta be crazy. You think all the people that I call or I talk to, I call them because they're rich? Or because I'm asking them for $20? Yo, I hope that's not what y'all be doing. I hope y'all don't look at y'all phone list, at y'all contact list, and y'all like, yep, this one right here, Andrew. I call him because I need $20. You look in your messages, y'all don't even know what's going on in y'all personal business. Calling each other to get high. But you don't even know what's going on in their day-to-day life. Oh, but trust me, you know how good that they be rolling up. You know what type of Zod they be smoking, right? Yeah. You know what time they throwing that party, right? Oh, but what's going on in their head? What are they thinking? How's their relationship between them and their parents? You know? Do you? Do you care? You know how their health is? You know if they're mentally okay? Man, y'all can miss me with that money. God was to come down right here, right now, and he was to look at each and every single one of us in our face, not in a dream, not spiritually. If he was to physically come back and look at us with that presence that he has, and he was to ask me, who are you going to choose, me or money? You gonna come with me? Or are you gonna stay with that money over there? I'm gonna give you a choice. That $10 million that's sitting right there, all you have to do is reach out and grab it. Or are you gonna come with me? What are you gonna do? I know what I'm doing.